Supreet here. Hi friends. In today's video, I wanted to be talking about something which is known to us, but we kind of pretend that we don't know. So, like there are two sides of a coin. There's also good and evil in all of us, right? And this was known to our ancient people. A lot of ancient cultures kind of always talked about this, that a human has the element of God and also the element of demon, right? And if not handled properly, the evil side or the bad side of us kind of comes back and kind of becomes a blocker for the good side when you most require to manifest something, or when you try to do something good, you kind of find obstacles and blockages and you can't explain why. In common terms, this is called shadow, and I think there are a lot of videos floating around calling this shadow work. But essentially, in very simple terms, this is, the bad side of us, right? So let me start off by giving you an example as to how this kind of comes about. Right. So typically you kind of go about doing your daily work, and then suddenly you find something which is not going according to your way, and then you have a very strong reaction to it, right? You either get angry, or you're cursing someone, and these are offshoots of that negative self coming out, right? Typically what we do, when we find this negative self, and this could happen even for trivial things, like it could happen when you have addiction towards, say, social media, or when you have any kind of addiction, like smoking, or when you crave something, right? That's all the negative self expressing itself. And typically what we do, thanks to years of programming, we try to suppress it, right? And it has unexpected consequences down the line, when you try to, when you're trying to use all your energy to do something good, you suddenly find these obstacles which seem to be coming out of nowhere, have no logical sense, right? This is nothing but your own um, shadow self expressing itself, right? So there are two forms of suppression that we typically do. Um, One is conscious, and another is unconscious. Due to years of programming, we kind of try to suppress something unknowingly, and that becomes a repressed thought or a repressed energy. And that's more dangerous because you don't know that you are unconsciously kind of suppressing it. And over a period of time, these repressed energies or repressed thoughts can lead to very deadly diseases. Most of the psychosomatic diseases, even forms of cancer, kind of manifest if you keep on repressing your negative thoughts or negative energies, right? So, what is the best way to handle this, right? So, today's video, I kind of wanted to give a background of that, and also discuss about what are some of the best ways to kind of handle this, right? So I have a prop here, which kind of talks about different levels. So one is the lowest form is repression, where you are not even aware that you are kind of suppressing these thoughts. The other one is a conscious suppression, like so society doesn't like this kind of behavior, so you kind of suppress it. Uh, this one is expression which we commonly see, like fights which are happening openly are kind of expression, um, where you kind of uh, you know, are really expressing your anger or displeasure or your negative side. And it, traditionally, the feeling has been expression kind of takes out that feeling and it kind of gets neutralized, but that's not true. Expression has other side effects, and it also stays longer with you, it lingers longer with you, and also can lead to psychosomatic diseases eventually. But repressed energies are really the bad ones, right? But the best way to tackle this is something called surrender, right? And I'll be talking more about surrender now. So, what is surrender? Surrender is like accepting, say you got angry at something, so you kind of stay in that feeling for a while, right? Um, like say you have that craving for browsing through your social media or go through the reels or something like that. You don't touch your phone, but you kind of stay in that feeling that okay, I'm having that craving. I feel bad that I've not been able to touch my phone for a while, and let that feeling linger. Let that feeling linger. Let that kind of pent up energy start coming out, right? And do it for a period of time, maybe if 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then say I accept. Say to yourself that I accept this feeling. I accept this shadow of myself, and I give it permission to let it be there. Right? You cannot destroy those thoughts. Those are forms of energy, and they need to dissipate by themselves. So you kind of you kind of are taking away that thunder, if you will, from that feeling, right? So that energy kind of becomes a little bit docile, and eventually kind of gets neutralized by itself, right? So this is a technique I found working the best for me, especially in scenarios where I used to get angry because a certain thing didn't match my expectation, or a certain person didn't behave like the way I would expect him to behave. Like typically used to happen when somebody breaks the line, right? And being in India, it's inevitable. So whenever I used to see somebody breaking the line, I used to get super agitated, angry. I used to feel like I should leave that place. Right? A lot of anxiety comes out, stress builds up. So over a period of time, with this surrender, I am able to now, even in fact, ignore that. I mean, I don't get anxiety pangs anymore if someone breaks the line, and this I found has been really helpful in terms of handling both trivial as well as something more serious. So next time, don't try to repress your energies or repress your feelings, but try to surrender them, accept them. So the reason why something lingers is because we resist, right? And then we suppress it, right? We are very powerful. Our minds are very powerful, so we kind of suppress things, and they come back to bite us again in the future. So the best form is to accept it, take out that energy, that take out that pinch, right? And then kind of gets neutralized. I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know in comments if you want me to do more such videos, more such things that kind of help de-stress. Thanks. Have a good day.